Got it bumping.
Welcome to episode 4 of Next Question. I'm Andre Beltran, your host, and I'm here with two of my best friends, my boy Arturo Hurtado and the boy Josh Palet. So today is going to be kind of all over the place. It's going to be more fun than the usual pods that have been a little serious, but we're going to have some fun today. We'll start off with our rapid questions, how we start off every show. And they're going to be for both of you guys. So
okay.
Just you'll both answer. And so first question, football or baseball? You guys played both growing up. Which one did you enjoy playing more?
You go, Tudy.
I would definitely say football, just because I feel like Friday Night Lights, you know? Nothing beats Friday Night Lights. East Lake, we always had a packed crowd and everything like that. So, yeah, I would definitely say football.
Like friends-wise, football for sure. But like family-wise, connection with baseball with my dad, because my dad was my baseball coach. Mm-hmm. But playing, like Tudy said, nothing beats Friday Night Lights. Like, it was fun. All your friends from school were there. Baseball was dope, but football is like, you can't touch that.
No, you both played football in college, but did you enjoy playing one sport more than the other? Like, did you enjoy baseball more than football, and did you enjoy baseball more than football?
I enjoyed football more. I think playing quarterback was cool because like all your friends were like your teammates. In baseball, I was a pitcher, so I was like kind of on an island, so it wasn't much more like it wasn't as much of a team feel. But football, I mean, dude, playing quarterback, like there's nothing like better than that, you know?
Yeah.
I would say the same thing, just because like, you know, when you're practicing football, playing football, there's nothing like, you know, being with the boys, having a good time. You're out grinding with them, you know. I mean, baseball's pretty similar too, but like something just, you know, being with your boys during the week on a hot day and everything like that. You're grinding, and then game day comes and you're just juiced up. You see the crowd and everything like that. Like, I can't beat it.
Yeah, I just ask because a lot of the people that play college sports, sometimes the sport that they play in college isn't their favorite sport they played growing up.
Well, football wasn't my best sport. I think I was always better at baseball. I was always a baseball player.
But it was
football.
Your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, football was like, bro, there's nothing like your teammates in football. Baseball players can be kind of dicks in college, to be honest with you. Football, it's like 90% of the guys are like cool as hell. Like, you would hang out with them. So baseball was definitely my best sport for sure.
So now what do you enjoy more, the NFL or the MLB?
That's a hard one.
You go, Tudy.
I'd honestly still say NFL because I'm like, for me, you know, you could totally, I mean, any Sunday, you know, I'm like, you can put any game on and NFL Network. I'm like, I'm on there glued on TV watching it. Baseball, it's like, I'll watch the Padres even though we're struggling right now. But
we didn't even have a favorite football team, right?
No, I used to be a Charger fan, but you know, thanks to Dean Spanos, you know, I'm done with that. So, but I just honestly just like watching football, and then like, you know, fantasy football. You know, my team's nasty, so for the most part, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I like Tudy. Nothing beats fantasy football, bro. Like, Major League Baseball is dope because like the Padres are the only team we have, but I'm still a Charger fan because I help with the show for them, and then fantasy football is just like the best thing ever. So that's why I like football more. What about you?
I don't know, bro. I feel like since I've started working in baseball, I feel like I enjoy baseball a little bit more than NFL now. NFL's been honestly getting kind of boring for me the last couple of years.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like it's just there's a lot more players I enjoy watching, but the Chargers are just so on and off for me. It's just like a turn off for me to just watch football now. I feel like with baseball and the last couple of years have been so like, I don't know. It's been so electric. Where it's just like, now it's like, fuck baseball. So it's so much more fun to watch. I think the players now are a lot more fun to watch. And it's just like, soccer is still my favorite sport.
Yeah.
But baseball, I feel like, is the sport that I enjoy going to the most now.
That's good, bro.
Yeah.
Football's not that fun in person, I don't think. Like, NFL is not.
College is better.
Way better.
Way better, bro.
Way better. I'm even close.
Better fan experience. Better, just like at the stadium, it's way better. So
the games are way more lit, bro. Like, the fans are so into the game, and the players like aren't getting paid, obviously. Well, I mean, they kind of are, but they're like playing for more. Like, NFL, you feel like guys are like taking shit off sometimes.
Well, plus I was gonna say too, the tailgates, bro. Like, tailgates in college, bro. They're unreal. Shout out to Blake, because I mean, hey, he took me to my first like legit like, you know, like tailgate and like football game, and bro, it was dope.
A lot of people don't know like good college football culture here because like most people that we know went to like SDSU. Yeah. And it's not the same shit as like Alabama or fucking ASU, which is still not on Bama's level. But like when I went to Nashville to visit him last year, and we went to that Bama bar for the fucking, it was Bama versus fucking, I think
Vandy, right?
Vanderbilt, yeah. And Vanderbilt's in Nashville.
Yeah.
But the whole fucking bar was Bama, bro. Everyone's like faded as fuck. Like even in the bar, it's just like a different atmosphere. So I think college is a lot more funner to watch, honestly, now for me.
Yeah. For sure, no doubt.
But now to the Padres. Who do you enjoy watching? Who's more of a favorite player for you? Manny Machado or Fernando Tatis?
Honestly, for me, I'd still say Fernando. At least if you're talking about like to go and watch, for me personally, I still say Tatis just because he's like he's like a showman, you know, like the man wants to put on a show, he wants to do that. But I mean, overall player, I like Manny. I mean, that he's overall like I feel he's come a long way. He's a good leader, shows that better leader, older than Tatis, so it's probably the reason, but. Definitely like to go out and see. I mean, Tatis puts a show on for sure.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think Tatis more than anybody in baseball is like you don't know what you're gonna get, and then with him being in the outfield now, it's like you really don't know what you're gonna get. Maybe he'll be robbing some home runs, and I think he's definitely the best player on the team too. Like hitting wise, right now, Machado's struggling and Xander's hurt. Juan, he's like second best hitter, I think, but Tatis, I think, is definitely the best player on the team.
Who do you think's been the best player on the Padres this year so far? It could be pitching. Pitching has not been good, but you think it's Tatis, even though he wasn't the whole season yet?
Probably Tatis, but if you're going to go best, like most consistent, maybe Hader. Maybe he's the only all-star we have right now, probably. Him and Tatis, maybe? I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's pretty hard. I would probably say Hader too because, I mean, like you said, he's the only one who's been consistent. And, like, everyone else, I mean, they've been struggling, you know? Yeah. Cronenworth, he's been struggling. Soto. I mean, everyone's just been up and down, you know? It's like, I mean, I'm hoping that one day they just get it all on the same page. But, yeah, I would say Hader.
Mm-hmm. And, this is more of a question for you because you're not a Charger fan no more.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather the Chargers win the Super Bowl this year or the Padres win the World Series?
Bro, Padres not even close. Like, I'm a Charger fan, but it's still the Los Angeles Chargers. Like, I'm from San Diego, obviously. So, if the Padres won, I would probably be like, cry.
But you're a closeted Dodger fan, so how would you cry?
Shut the fuck up. You love to say that I'm a Dodger fan.
Okay. What about Lakers championship over Padres? Still Padres because they never won?
I've seen 5 Laker championships already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never seen a Padres World Series. I mean, dude, if the Padres won the World Series, it would be the greatest thing to ever happen to the city of San Diego, without a doubt. There's nothing that could compare to that.
You think if State would have won the Natty, that would have been the best thing to ever happen?
At that point?
Yeah.
For sure. But, like, if the Padres won the World Series, it would be much bigger than San Diego State winning.
Now, I've been seeing on Twitter the last couple of days of, like, where the Padres are right now, and then where the Nationals were when they won the World Series, where the Phillies were when they went, and then where the Braves were when they won. Do you guys think the Padres are going to follow, or do you think that curse is still, like, the San Diego curse is, like, following them? Or do you think – because they need to make major moves, I feel like.
Well, how are they going to do it? They already spent all their prospects. What are they going to do?
You think they're going to trade somebody they have right now? Do you think there's players up?
Who's the guy on the team that somebody else would take? They're all sucking.
Hassan Kim.
What are you going to get in return that's going to change the team?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys.
I don't think.
I feel like he's their only trade. He's their only person that they would trade because get a first baseman. You move Cronenworth back to second.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple guys I think you could trade. I think Blake Snell would be somebody that people would take.
He wants to leave.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to be a Mariner for sure. Nobody's going to take Trent Grisham. He sucks. Austin Nola sucks. Hassan Kim maybe because his defense is so good, but I don't think you're going to get anything in return that's going to make a drastic impact on the team. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's too tough, really. To like, I mean, yeah, I don't think no one really has that trade value. I mean, no one wants to probably. We wouldn't trade Soto, you know, like at least not right now. I don't think so. I mean,
well, it's not worth it because he's going to be out of contract after this year, so he's going to probably go play somewhere else. Or do you think he stays?
I think he's the New York Mets. I mean, everything. The Mets? I think he's talked about he wants to be on the East Coast again. I think that's the only team that has the money that it makes a lot of sense.
You don't think the Yankees?
I mean, they got Aaron Judge already in right field. I mean, they could go a left fielder. Yeah, they could do that. But I think the Mets obviously have the most money. And I don't know. I think the Mets.
Now, what do you think is the problem with the Padres this year so far? Like, why is it clicking with that fucking star power that they have?
I'm going to be honest with you, and maybe I sound like a casual. I feel like they're just not trying that hard. Like, you watch the games, there's like no firepower whatsoever. And I feel like that falls on Bob Melvin. Like, if you're the manager, you got to get your guys to like come up and play. You watch like the Rays, they obviously don't have half the talents of the Padres like on paper, but those dudes are balling every night. Like every game is like the World Series to them. The Padres, I feel like they mail it in a lot.
Well, I feel like the pitching has also been a big problem here.
You're talking about with like consistency?
the starters are better. The relievers have lost a lot of games this year for the Pods.
Yeah.
For sure, no doubt. But I think the pitching's getting better. Like Blake Snell right now is pitching well. Michael Walker's been really good. Yu Darvish just had good starts. Joe Musgrove. It's the hitting to me, bro. Like the hitting to me has been like really bad. I think we're the last in baseball in average, below the A's, which is kind of crazy with the team we have.
Yeah. So do you guys think Shohei? Where do you think he ends up next year? This early prediction, or he could get traded. He could get traded before the deadline.
I mean, if I was like, especially a fan of the Angels, or like of the Angels and everything, I would hope to trade him just because at this point, I mean, I don't think Shohei's gonna. He's obviously gonna. He's not gonna stay. He's gonna leave. But from what I felt and seen, I feel like personally, and I don't think this is just me being a homer, but I feel like Padres and Dodgers. I feel like honestly, because plus everything from what I've read, it says that Padres really want to make a run for it. We'll see.
Do they have the dough though?
Well, like you were saying, I think we'll see just for the fact that if we get rid of Soto or we don't sign Soto, maybe get rid of Blake Snell, or if we make a trade for Blake Snell, that could be a way. So, and I don't know, Padres owner just seems like he's really wanting to make a splash and keep going. So I mean, there was lots of times where I didn't think he was gonna get half the dudes that we have, and
I think anyone did.
Yeah, and the dude made moves, So I mean, I don't think anything's really out of the realm, but yeah, I think we'll see. But I mean, for me personally, I think Padres and Dodgers will obviously be like, and I mean, you obviously got the Mets. The Mets are always going to be a condensed, like they're trying to spend money too. But my top two would say Padres, Dodgers.
I go Dodgers. I think the Dodgers have obviously made it clear that they're saving up for him, and the Yankees. I think like you can never count out the Yankees, and the Red Sox. I think have money too.
You know who I think's a sneaky sleeper? No one's talking about the Seattle Mariners.
Ooh, because they have the Japanese connection.
Yeah, like Ichiro's there. Like he's gonna try to convince him to come. They have dough. Like they do have dough to spend, and they're starting to get some good pitching, bro. Like I mean,
they have a good roster.
Castillo and like they're kind of like the Pods, not as talented, obviously, but
they got a lot of young talent too.
Like, Julio's a freak, and Teoscar Hernandez. They have good hitters, but it's kind of like the same thing as the Pods. But I think they're sneaky. I think they're gonna sneaky.
I like that. It could happen.
Maybe if it does, y'all owe me money. But stick with sports. I was just talking to my friend the other day about like athletes that leave an impact on your life. Like who's your favorite athlete of all time? Mine is Kobe Bryant by far. Like I think, because I grew up watching him and I got brought home from the hospital in a Kobe onesie. So it's like he's always been my dog.
That's sick.
Who's like a athlete that has resonated with you or like is like your favorite?
I already
athlete?
know Tudy's answer is gonna be LeBron.
Yeah, you're a sick fuck.
I fuck with LeBron, but Kobe too. I mean, Laker fan. Obviously the best player we had. And then when Shaq left, it was like the Kobe show, and I was like right when I was growing up through elementary school, middle school. So Kobe for sure. Phillip Rivers probably second, just because he's the quarterback of the Chargers, and I was a huge Charger fan. Yeah, but it doesn't compare to Kobe. No.
I think if I had to pick a second one, it'd probably be LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's a good one.
For sure.
I was going to say, LT's a solid one. And then, I mean, me being an offensive lineman, I love me some Jeff Saturday, Jason Kelce.
Jeff Saturday.
That's
Jason
fire.
Kelce, like those are all centers.
Yeah.
And then Josh knows this too. One of my favorite dudes that I've loved for probably the longest. And it's funny because I never played that position or anything, is still till this day Taylor Lewan. Shout out to the boys.
Busting with the boys. Busting with the boys. Yeah. If I had to pick, it's Kobe for sure. And then obviously there's like other athletes, but like I'm a big soccer guy. Yeah. So for me, it's the whole, it's always been Messi, Ronaldo. Ronaldo for me has always been like an idol. And I think he's way better than Messi. It was just like such a huge debate. But I think the difference is that Messi is God-given talent. Ronaldo's that hard work. Yeah. And he's about almost 40 years old. I think he could play for another 10 years.
All right. So, and then if we're going to go on soccer, this one's going to be a nice little like curveball that I don't think a lot of people, might think. But mine for sure would be, and probably because I'm Mexican, a little homer, but Memo Ochoa, bro, is a god, bro. That's the gatekeeper of goalies, bro.
Memo Dios. Josh has no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
They got the goalie with the long hair, right?
Yeah.
I know that.
But dude, he's nasty, dude. Like, and I mean, Mexico. I mean, we always pray and hope that we're gonna make something happen in the World Cup. But dude, that dude's just been a light for Mexico compared to like the rest of the team that we've had. And it's crazy too because the 17 and unders always winning gold cups and everything, and like you would hope it transition, but like every time we play in the World Cup, bro, like Memo Ochoa that fool comes out and plays.
It's a different vibe, World Cup, especially for Mexicans, because like they all just show up and show out. They're just like they'll call out of work, they'll fucking cancel a wedding to watch the soccer. I took this fool to Novo to watch the Mexico game, and bro, just the whole crowd is just electric. Like, I think soccer is the best sporting atmosphere in the entire world.
It was dope when we went to go see
in the entire world.
People were like crying and shit when we were there. Remember?
Yeah, it was a game against Argentina. Yeah. So like, obviously the finals the most like popular game in the World Cup, but the most tickets sold were Mexico Argentina for the World Cup. So it just shows like how crazy it is. But I know you're not a big soccer guy, Josh, and neither are you. But how do you feel about Messi coming to the U.S.?
Okay, obviously I don't know a lot, but I know that it's a big deal, right? Because he's like arguably the best of our generation. So if he goes to the United States and MLS like the 7th best league or whatever, it's huge, dude. It's like if Michael Jordan came to go play in your league. Like I don't know much about soccer, but I'm excited to see him come to Nashville. Nashville as a team, so that'd be sick.
That'd be sick. So one of the things that I've been enjoying doing the last couple of years is traveling. Obviously, I'm mid-20s now, which is fucking weird to say. But traveling has been like something I've enjoyed doing. And you guys just went on a real fun trip you guys went to Bali. Sure. Tell them a little bit of how that trip was and how it's different from some other trips you guys have gone on.
You go.
Well, for me, I'm like, my privilege was just that all other trips that we've gone. Well, actually, I can't even say that we've gone to. My whole point is this is my first trip being with actually like friends and stuff. And honestly, it's probably was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I mean, I've gone with my girlfriend, and all those trips are good. Like, they're fun. They all have like their, moments of fun and everything like that. But like the group that we had, and just like we basically bonded as a family, bro. And like doing Bali, like just traveling Bali, doing everything like that. It was an experience that I feel like everyone should do and experience at some time in their life. You know?
Yeah, it was unique because who knows if we ever get to do that again, because we're starting to get engaged. And we're going to have kids sooner than we know it. And like Tudy said, it was like our best friends and our girlfriends. So it felt like a real family atmosphere. And then we went to Indonesia, which was like cool because like whoever thinks about going to Indonesia. But it was awesome. It was the best trip I've ever been on. I got engaged, like I said. And
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. And I did it there for a reason, like, because it's Bali and it's sick, and 2 of my best friends were there, and I wanted them to be like a part of it with me. So traveling's great. First time I've ever done it with my friends of that big of a group, like so far away. It's 18 and a half hours to get there from LAX. Like, it took forever, but it was worth it.
What was the best part of the trip besides obviously the camaraderie between the friends? Like, what's some stuff that you guys enjoy doing that you can't do here?
Get engaged. You can't do that twice.
You can do it twice.
You can do it twice. You can. The best part of the trip for me, bro, this is going to sound like extremely lame. And it's the same thing when I'm in California. So like, I guess you can do it anywhere. I love pre-gaming with my friends.
You're a big pre-game guy.
Bro, pre-gaming with your friends, just drinking out the bottle, playing music, to me is like the most fun thing of all time. Yeah. And I love going to the clubs and the beach clubs or whatever, but the pre-game is the best to me.
What about you?
For me, I mean, pregame obviously hands down, like it's fun, but like obviously just to add on to it, it's honestly, dude, like here we have so much to look forward to, and like we have a lot to offer, but like in other places too, they have plenty of stuff to offer as well, and being able to go see like the things we saw, the beaches, the statues, the big statues that they had, and just like the way they live life and everything, it's just a real eye-opening experience, and it's something that like I just like it's cool to see compared to like seeing the usual stuff that we see over here.
It's true.
Yeah. So what do you think is like? Why do you think traveling is so important? Because I tell people all the time, like, you got to get out and experience new shit, because like some people, they just don't want to ever leave, or they don't ever want to experience like, oh, I don't want to fly to fucking Europe. It's a 12-hour flight. You got to fly over the ocean. Okay, like
you're gonna spend 12 hours binge watching Netflix.
Yeah, or were you gonna go to fucking Texas every time on vacation? Like,
so my dad's like that. He doesn't like to travel or anything. My thing is like, you're never gonna remember the day you stay home. Like, that's just like every day for you. Why not go out and see what's out there? It's like slapping God in the face. I made all of this for you guys to explore. Go do it if your funds like allow you to. But when I went to Thailand a few years ago, it was like kind of bittersweet because I was real happy I was there. But I was kind of sad. I was like, this is the first time I've ever done anything. I should do this more.
Yeah.
So going to Bali was like really awesome. Like, it was an eye-opening experience because you also see a lot of shit when you travel. Like, bro, like, I don't know if they're a third world country or not, but there's like stray dogs.
No, it's 100% a third world
yeah,
country.
people are like living out of their shacks, but they're happy as hell. So you come back and you're very thankful. And you look at your freaking dog, you're like, you got it so freaking good compared to other dogs. But I think you should travel because, like Tudy said, you see the same things over here. Why not see how other people live?
Mm-hmm.
I know, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like it just opens your mind to new things and everything like that. And also, too, I just feel like we work so hard, we do so much that, like, you got to enjoy life. We're on this world, for like once in this lifetime, you know. And it's like you don't want to, like Josh said, like just sit 12 hours binge watching Netflix or watching TikTok videos all day and all that, you know. And I think the best thing about it, it's always good. I like to do vacations once or twice because it's a nice little mental reset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you come back, you feel refreshed.
Yeah.
You get away from work. You're not, you know, fixated on emails or like getting mad at travelers. I mean, that's my job, you know. But like, it's just nice to get that like mental reset and come back refreshed for sure.
Yeah, I think it's important because, like you said, you got to go out and like experience different things because you can't just be used to one style of living your whole life. You have to experience the way other people think. Like in Italy, they take naps in the middle of the day. Like, who the fuck does that here?
Yeah.
Like, the whole business is closed for people to nap.
Yeah,
and then like
That's awesome.
they're like night owls over there. They're just like out. Everyone's out late. The fucking clubs are open till 6 a.m. every day. It's like we don't have that shit in California and the United States. Like, you have to get out.
And the thing I was gonna say too, like two things. It's just the way people party, even, you know, in other countries. Like Josh can tell you, like, dude, when we went to some freaking I don't want to say rinky dink, but it was like hole in the wall, like club, you know, and everything. And like, bro, everyone had fun. Like, everyone's just dancing in any kind of way, bro.
Yeah,
like, people here would be like, bro, this fool looks like a sack, or like, you know, just like start judging people and all that.
That's
like
a good point.
Over there, bro, like everyone's just having a good time, you know, enjoying themselves. And then on top of it too, bro, you know, I always say this, I'm a fat boy at heart, but bro, like food over like in different places, bro, it's a whole different experience. Bro. Like the food is way better. I mean, shoot, Josh can probably attest to this too, that at least to me in Indonesia, a lot of the food tastes really fresh compared to, you know, down here, which you would think we have the top-notch food and everything. But like, bro, like we would have food over there that just was unreal, bro. It tasted so fresh, so clean. You could tell even just from the way you ate it, you felt lighter. And, you know, like down here, I'll eat food and sometimes I just feel freaking bloated for like the whole day, you know?
Well, I think it's because the U.S. has the worst, like, not quality of food, but it's everything's so processed and everything. Like, and you and me are Mexican and we live here. It's like the two worst countries, the two most obese countries. Yeah. Mexico is because the food is good, but also here is because the food is so fucking processed. But yeah, like, bro, trying different food, like even, I mean, you know, different alcohol and stuff. Like, they don't drink the same shit we do here at all.
Well, in a good or a bad way, because when we were in Bali, they had like El Jimador or whatever.
Well, it's good, but you see,
that's all they didn't have much of a selection.
Because I'm a tequila guy, so it's like I would have lost my fucking mind on El Jimador in fucking Bali.
We did.
I would have lost my mind. But like, you know, you go to different, like in Spain, there's a lot of different alcohol that you can try. Like they have their different beers. I'm a big beer guy, so I like their beer. Certain cities have their own drinks, like Agua de Valencia, which is in Valencia, Spain. It's like all fucking like, it's like rum, tequila, vodka. It's like just trying everything. It's cool. And I mean, partying, don't get me wrong, partying in the US is cool. Like there's great places to party, but the parties outside the US are so much better.
Yeah.
Well, people are like happier, and Tudy said it. Like they don't judge you, bro.
No
you can
fighting.
do whatever the fuck. There's no fighting.
Yeah.
There was not one time there was ever close to a fight when we were in Bali with anybody. It was like good vibes completely. I'll give Tudy a shout out right now. Him and his girl travel more than any couple I know. Like me and my girlfriend, or weird fiance, we actually look at Tudy and his girlfriend Kiara as like a goal. Like we want to travel that much. Why would you spend your money at the bar on the weekend at the same bar, bro, when you can go to the Dominican Republic, you go to Costa Rica? Like save up your money and travel for the memories, because eventually you're gonna have kids. You're not gonna be able to.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know you said this is the best vacation that you've ever been on.
Hands down.
What are some other places you've been to that you recommend people go to?
Bro, I'm the worst person to ask. I've only been to Thailand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Thailand you think it's pretty similar to Bali?
Not really.
No?
No, there's a lot more Americans in Bali. There's a lot of Australians too. In Thailand, there's a lot of people from like South America.
Okay.
But you're talking about like landscape wise?
Just like culture-wise.
Culture-wise, yeah, I mean, they're both like Asians that are super nice, I guess. Yeah, but there's like different because Bali was so Americanized. I felt like there's a lot of American music in the places you went. I've only been 2 places. I'm the worst person to ask.
What about you?
For me, I would say, I mean, Bali for sure. I would say hands down, probably one of the best places to go experience. 2 places that we went to in Bali, just a reference, is Uluwatu and Canggu. A lot of us said
Fire.
Canggu is very similar to like PB, which is funny, but it's a different experience, but it's similar in the sense of it's packed. Everyone's out on the streets, like, just pretty much walking, doing anything. Like you got parties all over, or not parties, but what is it called? Clubs and all that stuff. But besides Bali, I would say DR, the Dominican Republic. That was
great place,
great experience. Good time. A lot of the people there are very nice, or like they're very nice. But what's cool that I don't know if many Americans would appreciate it as much that I did is just that they have their own style that might seem cocky to us, I feel like, but it's just them having fun, like that's their way of just, living life. Like you said, like people are all out there happy and everything like that, and over there, it was a cool experience. You get that whole Dominican vibe and everything like that. And just people there, like, not really talking shit, but just kind of like just joking with you and all that. And it's cool, bro. Definitely a cool vibe. That, DR, Bahamas was cool, but I know Bahamas was pretty close, pretty close and all that. But I would say, probably Bahamas, Bali, and DR were like probably my top 3 right now.
Top 3. So now, what are some places that you guys really want to go to?
Oh, Italy by a mile.
Yeah.
I'm Italian. I'm the only person in my whole family that hasn't been to Italy. And everybody says it's one of the best European countries. No, Italian family.
Oh, Italian family.
My dad wants to go though.
Yeah.
Never been to Italy. I want to go to Costa Rica. Tudy and I were just talking about that.
Great place.
I hear it's dope. I don't know. What do you got?
Another one that we were talking on our way from Bali, bro, is Singapore.
Yeah.
Singapore, like it was dope just being in the airport. So in my mind, I was like, being in the airport. If like the airport was dope, I can only imagine the actual like country and everything.
Yeah, I've never been to Asia, but I've heard like people that have gone. It's like crazy. It's like crazy, like clean, super nice people, super fun. Because over there in Singapore, like if you get caught glittering gum, you go to jail.
Yeah.
You get arrested.
We were told many times.
Yeah.
When we were there.
Well, I'm like, because if I'm not mistaken, Bali too, you're not allowed to like spit on the ground, right?
Something like that.
And
Bali, you can't even watch porn. It's illegal.
Yeah, and like, bro, it was a trip though.
So how'd you guys do that?
Oh, we had girlfriends.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm like, that's one we didn't have to worry about. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you can't spit. And like, bro, so like we're out here drinking 24.
Oh yeah.
And so at one point, Josh can tell you, I was like, dude, I'm like just drinking, the dehydration and everything was getting to me. And like, me and my girlfriend were going to go get food. And I'm over here like, thinking back in the States, I'm like feeling it and everything. And it's just me and her. We're waiting now. Like I turn the corner and I'm just like, boom, just spit right on the ground. And instantly my reaction was like, oh shit. Like, I was like, damn dog, am I about to get in trouble, and shit. And I'm like looking and it was just her. So I was like, all right. I was like, babe, I'm like, we're not supposed to spit, right? And she's like, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to. I'm like, I'm supposed to spit on this one. I'm good. But I was sweating, bro. Like I literally looked all around, like no cops, no like people to rat on me. I don't know if anyone would, but I was just like, yeah, I was sweating.
It's crazy how places can be so different, like with their rules.
Yeah.
I feel like some places are super strict. Like in Europe, and even how the way people act in Spain and shit, like people cuss their asses off. Yeah. It's like literally Mexicans in Europe. They're just cussing every fucking sentence. It's just like that's why who I resonated with the most was in Spain, because it's like they're literally European Mexicans.
Yeah.
And it's like different customs and stuff. I feel like it's good to get that experience, because like shit's really different here compared to other places.
Where do you want to go?
I really want to go to Colombia.
Oh yeah.
And like Argentina and Brazil.
Ooh, those are
like, yeah, that'd be sick.
So South America, Machu Picchu, and then like seeing your guys' like stories and stuff, and obviously like I called you guys and shit when you were over there. It's like Bali for sure is up there, like especially that place where you proposed to Stephanie, like that whole like
that's dope.
Me and like all my friends when we saw were like never seen anything like that before. And I told him when I FaceTimed him, I was like, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
So
Dude, you should have seen the day club we went to. It used to be Omnia. It's in, bro, what part was that? Uluwatu?
Uluwatu, yeah.
Bro, it was like, you never seen anything like this, bro. They had an infinity pool on the Indian Ocean, and there was like a stage where there's a DJ throwing down. It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. To go back to Tudy's point though, bro, we would eat food and there'd be a rice field next to it, and they'd give us the rice from the freaking rice field. The rice would be melting in your mouth. You never get that here in the United States. Shit, those little things make you want to travel. Yeah. Like you don't get shit like that. Like Italy, for example, they say you can eat pasta and it just like digests through your system, no problem. Bro, if I eat pasta here, like I'm fucking out for three hours.
Well, see, they also don't eat portions like we do here.
That's true.
It's not like they are not all fucking full of like, bro, chicken Alfredo is not a thing over there.
Yeah.
Like they don't eat stuff like that. The pizza's real thin. Like they don't have fucking deep dish and all of that stupid shit that we eat here. And it's like, they use a lot of olive oil. Like sometimes it's just pasta with olive oil, and they eat real clean. They have like a nice little espresso. Like they got a routine. That's why everyone in fucking Europe is so skinny.
And they walk a lot too.
They walk everywhere. Europe. That's why it's so nice to travel over there because, well, one, all the countries are next to each other, so flights are cheap, trains are cheap.
Yeah.
But also to get around the big cities, you just walk everywhere.
That's sick.
And here you can't do that. Like in SD, you got to fucking drive everywhere. Los Angeles, you got to drive everywhere. The two cities that I feel like are closest to European cities because you can walk would be San Francisco and New York.
Okay, I could see that. You do really have to walk everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I have friends that live in New York. They don't recommend having a car. Like, just take the subway.
I would definitely not have a car if I lived there. No.
San Francisco, people's shit gets broken into every single day. It's like, it's fucked up. But back to your point about like the partying and stuff, but like, I mean, you guys know, we all like to party, you know, some more than others. What's the best party scene you've ever been to?
You asked that question on purpose, so you know what I'm gonna say. I was with Andre a few months ago.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah.
You know that I was gonna say that, bro. So I live in Nashville, and Nashville has the best party scene at the time in the United States that I've been to. San Diego's great. Nashville's on a different level because they have Broadway where it's like bar after bar after bar. And there's live music. It's freaking Tudy's about to see in a couple months. It's unreal. Scottsdale, Arizona. I've never seen anything like that. When I was with you, it was freaking popping, bro. And the people are like really good looking in that area. I love Nashville, but the people in Nashville aren't as good looking as Scottsdale. There's like model looking people everywhere, hammered. There's like DJs in the street, bro. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Scottsdale for sure.
And a lot of people, when I went to school there and I would come back and say, bro, fucking Scottsdale, you got to go. They're like, bro, I'd rather go to fucking Vegas. Bro, Vegas fucking sucks compared to even Nashville. Well, first of all, Nashville is the best. It has the best bar scene. Like I'm talking about like bars.
For sure.
Because it's 6-story fucking bars.
Yep.
And every floor is popping.
Every floor.
And I've never, ever, and I've been to so many places, never, ever experienced a bar like Aldine's.
It's the greatest bar in the United States.
I've just like, and I'm telling you, and I've told you before, I'm like, when we go, it's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I have never seen a bar like that in my life.
It's insane. Last time I was there, Morgan Wallen was there just chilling.
When I went with this guy and he was hyping it up and I was like, yeah, it's going to be sick. But like when we actually went, first of all, when we fucking got to Broadway, I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, it's like a zoo. It's literally a zoo. I'm surprised the lines weren't as, well, you know, we did a little finesse, but.
Yeah, we did.
When we got to the top floor of Aldine's, and one of my friends, his name is Rob. He's a sicko, bro. Biggest party animal I've ever met. We go up to the top floor of Aldine's, and we get there, bro, and I thought it was going to be all country, but Josh was like, no, like, they play everything. They're playing everything, bro. Like, they played Bad Bunny. They played fucking Gasolina, playing Drake, like everything, bro.
Yeah.
I've never been in a bar and the ground is shaking the whole time I was up there. I literally told them, I was like, we're going to fucking collapse. This bitch is going to collapse.
Low key.
God.
So it's that for sure is like the best bar, like area, like scene. But the best partying is for sure Scottsdale.
100%. I've never seen anything like that.
We went to this bar called Hot Chick, right? We took Josh. That was like the pregame for like to go to the bars, to the clubs.
Oh, bro, that was lit. I forgot about that.
It's like not only are the clubs lit, but the fucking bars, bro, like Boondocks and Hot Chick and all those bars around Scottsdale is like a different level. Everyone's just vibing out. It's like good vibes. Like there's not nearly as many fights there as there are in San Diego. Like San Diego has a fighting problem at bars, but like everyone's just fucking fighting everywhere, getting spit on, girls getting thrown out of the fucking club. It's ridiculous. But that's for sure it's just never seen any. I've never been to Miami, so Miami might be the first
I've never
one.
been either. Yeah.
So maybe that's different because I've heard it's like ridiculous over there.
Well, one that I'm actually surprised you didn't mention. Oh, and like to me at least for like
You gonna say Austin?
Yeah, my personal opinion would have been Austin.
That
but
was
that's also
sick.
because I just feel like that's probably one of the best, like, or not one of the best, but like the only place I really went to go like party and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sixth Street, like there's like, dude, Sixth Street was unreal. Bro.
Yeah.
Like the vibe there, bro. Like the place is humming, bro. Like you're literally just walking down the street, like everyone's having a good time.
Wait till you go to Broadway in Nashville. I can't wait for you to see
that's
that.
What I'm
Yeah.
excited for.
I feel like I've never been to Austin, but I've had friends and you guys go and you tell me it's lit. But just from experiencing Nashville is like, I recommend people go there before they die. It's like one of the places that you gotta go.
You gotta go.
If you're like into like going out and like having fun and shit, it's like, first of all, the Nashville, like for the South, like I wasn't skeptical about going because Josh lives there. He's already told me, but like, well, I mean, I was about to move there. That's how much I liked it. Like, it's a great place. But like, just the whole like environment, like, bro, there's fucking day clubs, rooftop bars, like the gyms there are ridiculous. Like the restaurants and stuff is like, dude, it's a great place to go. It's because people discriminate because like it's all fucking country music. Like, bro, it's so different from what people think about it, how it is.
You know, there's nothing wrong with country music. I'm like, look, country music low key slaps. I wouldn't say all of it, but I do mess with, like, I fucks with a little country music. I can't lie.
And people are so nice out there. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Totally different than here.
Yeah.
Well mannered, like, how you doing? Open the door, thank you. Mm-hmm. Here it's like, open the door. They're like, I'm like, you're not gonna say fucking thank you, asshole.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Like, so it's really like Southern hospitality. Yeah. Barbecue is amazing. I still think the food here is better, but the food in Nashville was great.
I love Mexican food. It's my favorite. So I agree. San Diego has Mexican food. I gotta go San Diego for sure.
What about you? Where's the best party? Is it Austin?
Well, that's just because at least right now for like
it doesn't have to be in the States. You know, you got Cabo, you got Cancun.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, actually that's definitely another one I would say. Like Cabo's unreal, bro. And then Mexico in general, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Mexico, you can go anywhere and get absolutely annihilated.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
TJ, you can get fucked up.
Yeah, and you're getting annihilated for the low, which is even better.
For the low, bro.
And actually, too, another place, bro, that was pretty. It's dope for the fact that like you can get smacked pretty cheap. Was Georgia. Georgia was dope. But I wouldn't say that necessarily like the party scene was like as epic or probably crazy as.
Well, you didn't go to Atlanta.
No.
Okay,
yeah. It was Georgia Southern, you know, like
yeah.
But no, yeah, like I mean the best thing is, dude, we went. My girlfriend bought a whole round of, you know, for
love
damn
that.
near everyone, bro. Came out and it was like $50-$60. I'm like, bro, you're not getting that over here, bro.
It's like 200.
Yeah, dog, and you're almost spending like, dude, nowadays too, like to even just go out with your significant other and like buy a meal, buy a drink. There's $100 down the tube. You know?
Easy, bro.
Easy,
so it's
bro.
like, bro, like over there, it's just it's crazy how like the price is just way different. You know, like you can actually like have a good time, get multiple drinks, buy drinks for other people, and not wake up in the next morning and you'd be like, bro, my fucking bank account just took a nasty hit, you know? And it's basically like you wake up the next morning and you're like, dog, let's fucking rage again, you know? Like, I got bills for days. I'm like, over here, I can fucking spend money all day.
Yeah,
but
it's true. That's why I moved there. I mean, gas alone's like $3 a gallon. Like, you can go out to drink. Andre was with me. You can buy shots like that, and you're not going to be hurting, bro. Like, I'm hurting now from Bali. we drank for 14 straight days, but it was cheap compared to California.
Oh,
we're gonna go to New York for his birthday. It's gonna be expensive as hell, but I feel like in California,
I'm gonna need a liver transplant after this year.
I think you got to question when you're in California if you're getting what you're paying for sometimes. Oh, yeah. You know, like
100%.
Drinks wise, you're like, do I even want to go out and spend money, bro? Like, I feel like I'm gonna get 3 drinks. I'm spending like $70. Like, it's like too much.
We when I went to Guadalajara last month with my friends, which is one of the funnest trips I've ever been on. Mexico's, like we said, is the party. I think Mexico is probably the best partying in the world, like, because it's so cheap and it's super fun. Everyone thinks they're gonna get shot and shit at the club, bro. Like, if you're at a club in Mexico vibing, it's like a vibe, right? But, bro, we had bottle service every club we went to. Between 5 of us, it was $300 total. every night.
Insane.
For like Don Julio 70 and Dobel, which is like good quality tequila that would cost you like fucking $1,000 here.
Yeah.
For no reason. But it was just like when I went to SF for SantaCon, bro, like my homie Isaac, so this is what we do. Like when we all go out together, he puts everything on his card and then we just figure it out later. In Guadalajara, because he did that too, we were like, all right, bet it's gonna be like $300 for the weekend. And it was like $300 for like Ubers, drinks, food, everything.
That's crazy.
In San Francisco, I was like literally scared for how much he was gonna charge me after the weekend. And I was like, I'm literally gonna get like a $400 or $500 tab for like 2 days right now. It wasn't as much as I thought, but it's ridiculous out here because like in Nashville, like, dude, it's not like cheap like Mexico, but it's fucking way cheaper than here.
Way cheaper, bro. Even the house I bought, no way I could buy that house in California. I mean, why would you want to stay somewhere where you're getting tax heavy? Like for your house, you're getting tax heavy on freaking everything you buy. Like, obviously, I'd rather be here because of my family, but why would you want to spend so much money when you're not getting much? I mean, Tudy has a great situation. He got a good house, but most people aren't that lucky, you know?
No.
Yeah. And do you think that moving to Nashville was one of the best decisions that you could have made?
100% is the best thing I've ever done. There and like going to Alabama, because it's like we talk about experiences. Like I got a real college experience. I was going to go to Point Loma Nazarene, and my dad was like, spend one more year at Southwestern College and go to like a real college environment. That was a great decision. But going to Nashville was great because I could buy a house, and then I could move my girlfriend out there. We could live together, which led to an engagement, which is going to lead to a marriage, which is going to lead to a family, which was like a domino effect. So Nashville was great. I got to spend more time with my dad's family because they live there. I never got that here. So that's a good conversation. What's the best decisions you guys have ever made?
Best decisions.
It was definitely not taking that job in Sacramento, I'll tell you that.
Honestly, for me, it just goes back to traveling the world, you know? Because I'm like there's that. Not one thing, like not one time I regret a bad trip, a bad meal over there, because it's all a new experience, you know? And like it just like you mentioned, it makes you want to go to another place, a new place, you know? And one thing that even my girlfriend's appreciated of me is that for me, I'm not a big like possession guy. I could care less about cars. I could care less about whatever.
I feel like we're all like kind of like that. I feel like none of us are pretty conceited on like what we wear and shit.
No, yeah. Well, no, and not even that too. It's just more of like I don't care for buying new shoes. I don't care for buying like a new car.
You're just not materialistic. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
your shit got stolen, so you got a new car.
Exactly. So. Yeah. But I'm like, but like my main thing is making memories. Like 100%. The thing that's always been my biggest thing is that we live on this world once, you know? And like at the end of the day, money comes and goes, you know? You can grab a new car anytime, you can, you know, all that, but the memories that you make on this earth is like no other, you know? And my thing is when I die, the day I die, hopefully that's long time from now, is the main thing I'm gonna hopefully take with me is my memories that I made with my friends, you know, my family and everything like that. So yeah. I value just trips and doing stuff like that.
100%.
For sure, going to ASU was one of the best decisions I made, and going to college away from home, because you get to experience being independent. And not fully like my parents helped me with rent and stuff like that, paid my college, but like, you know, now you got to go out and grocery shop. Now you don't have mom to fucking hold your hand and make you dinner every night. Like now it's like, you know, doing laundry, fucking, you know, taking care of your car on your own. Like, you know, it's not a lot of people get to do that because their parents don't get to send them to college, or they don't go play football, you know, like they don't go away like that kind of stuff. So that for sure was the best decision. But also I think moving back home was good. I feel like coming back here, and like you said before, traveling, bro. Like my mom's always told me this. She said she loves seeing me travel and enjoy life because like I got cousins and shit who are just fucking lame-os and they just don't ever leave. Yeah. And me, it's always like every time I go visit my grandparents, like, where are you going next? Yeah. It's like, dude, like you gotta experience life. And I think the people who I've surrounded myself with now are gonna be like the people who I surround myself with for the rest of my life. Because like, I mean, I'm younger than you guys, but I remember going to be 25. It's like, you know, I'm an adult now. It's like the friends that I keep forever, because we're not fucking high school no more. Like it's not the drama. It's drama free now, which I love. Like having you guys is like, I always tell my friends, like, because I have two group of friends. I have you guys who are my older group, and then I have my group like my age and stuff. It's a great fucking balance, because I can come to you guys for advice because you've been there for sure. I've probably already done what I've want to do and stuff. Yeah. So it's like, you know, the group of friends I have and the people I surround with, I think it's great. It's a great decision.
Well, I think you should always surround yourself with people that are like-minded, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm lucky because my friends like Tudy, Fernando, Alex, who I went on this trip with, want a lot for themselves. If I had friends that didn't want a lot for themselves, I probably wouldn't want as much for myself. Both of you guys make yourselves uncomfortable by doing things you don't want to do, but you know they're good for you. Like doing a podcast is uncomfortable. You going to Fort Lewis, you moving in with your girlfriend, like those are uncomfortable things. See, I think you should surround yourself with people that are like that. And I'm lucky I have great parents, you know, because and you guys do too, that want you to leave for college. They want you to get experiences. You know, some people, like you said, don't have that luxury of going out to college or can afford it. But if you can afford it, like do it. Oh, yeah. Because if you don't do it, then what do you have to hold on to? Like my grandpa used to say, I've never seen a U-Haul attached to a hearse. Like, you can't bring your possessions along with you. Your memories are your real possessions. So I'm lucky I have great friends and great parents that like allow me to do those things, you know?
All right. So one of the things I want to talk to you two about is relationships. You two are some of the more successful relationships that I have with my friends because, you know, some of them have, but you guys, you select successful relationships with amazing girls who are friends of mine too, and they're awesome. Josh, you recently engaged. How does that feel?
It feels weird, man, because I've known her for like 8-9 years, but we just have only been dating for like a year and some change. Mm-hmm. And like my friends have actually been dating their girls longer than I've been dating her. But we live together, and my motto is like, if you know it's right, like why wait? Yeah. So I knew she was the right one. She's my best friend. Tudi's my best friend. She's my second best friend. and I always make that joke with her. When we're in Bali, I was like, it's so cool. I get to be here with my best friend. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, talk about Tudy. But she really is like my best friend. Well, she is my best friend. And I'm lucky to have her, to be honest. Like, I think she's lucky to have me too. Like, I think we both bring a lot to the table, and she's real smart. She's really pretty. She's really cool. And like I said, if you know it's right, why wait? It's weird to call it my fiance because like that's hella weird.
It's crazy, yeah.
But she is, she's a great girl. And Tudy knows her well. You know her well, and I'm really happy that I have her. So,
and you, Kiara, amazing girl, by the way. I love Kiara. She's dope. What about her? Like, you guys live together now too, so it's also very serious. Like, you know, how does that work? You know, like,
I mean, it's cool. I mean, like Josh said too, I feel it's very like you need to like have that experience and like live with somebody, you know, and like because it's like to see. And what I meant from like, you know, Josh is right. It's like that's how you see if like they're your best friend or not, you know. And like with Kiara, I mean, I talk to her about anything, you know. I'm like lots of times, especially living with brothers, you know, like I love my brothers and I'll tell them a lot of stuff, but there's also stuff that you don't tell them, you know. And then to have a girlfriend that you can open up to and like, you know, really say stuff, it helps, you know, helps your mental, helps everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's a good experience. You gotta like, I feel like you never really know unless you actually live with that person, you know? Because to me, I feel like a lot of people get in relationships and they're not in, you know, they never live with each other and anything, and then they finally live with each other and they're like, dog, like I fucking hate this.
Yeah,
you know? You're like, why did I decide to like marry them, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like living with some like living with your significant other is like a big step, but like a step that you should like everyone should experience before getting married.
Now, one thing that I admire a lot about both of your relationships is that you guys are a pleasure to be around, like as a couple, because like there's some couples like that it's just not fun to be around because either they're always fucking bickering or one's more dramatic than the other. It's always just starting to start stuff. But like when I'm with you and Kiara, it's like we're just like sometimes it's just the three of us. I've like third wheeled with them a little bit more than you and Stephanie, but like we just kick back, talk. Like Kiara's like a big sister. You can talk to her about a lot of things. Oh, yeah. Same with Stephanie. Me and her, I joke around with Stephanie a lot, so it's like super cool. But it's nice to have friends whose girlfriends are also like the homies. And how important is that for you, for your girls to get along with your friends?
Oh, dude, it's like it's very high up on the list of things I want. Like when I'm looking for the person that I want. Like, do you have friends? Like, because if you don't, like, you can't be my girlfriend because I need you to be able to do well in like social settings. Do you have a good relationship with your family? She has a great relationship with her family. But like, yeah, bro, like she can get along with my homies. She has a lot of friends. Like, I'm just happy that she's not a weirdo. Like, because not no names or anything, but we have friends that date girls that are kind of like socially awkward.
100%.
And it makes it really tough on you because you always feel like you have to almost like bring them into the conversation. I don't have to worry about that with my girlfriend or my fiance. She always is like part of the conversation. She can talk to you guys as well as I can. So it's a big deal for me.
No, yeah, no, same here too. Because I mean, a lot of people don't know too. It's that we became homies, recently and everything. And it's just like you've been like one of the boys, like we've met you forever, But like with Josh, Fernando, all of them, what my girlfriend gives me credit and where she's shocked is that we've known each other since we were 10, and we've grown up with each other all our lives. Like I consider all of them as my brothers, And so if my girl wouldn't be able to like get along with my friends, that's and it's to me, I'm like, I don't think I really hang out with any of our friends are like dirtbags or anything like that. We're all good people and everything like that. So if my girlfriend can't even handle a simple conversation with my friends or anything like that, I mean, to me, is that's a deal breaker. You're just
for sure
being able to be with your them get along with your friends and everything like that. It's like Josh said, it's huge. It's definitely one of the major things for sure.
And I feel like with me, it's been like kind of the thing that I haven't really found is a girl that can really get along with like my friends and stuff, like all of them, like my close friends, because it's like my friends are like my family, bro. Like for real, like if she can't fuck with them, then there's no reason to even go further than where we're at, right? So
for sure.
So it's like if I have a homie, well, I mean, we all have that one homie. It's like, oh, he's gonna say some stupid shit and we want to be around, right? But
we definitely have that friend.
But it's like, he's still at the end of the day, like he's still your boy. So it's like, for me, they got to get along, and I haven't found anyone that can get along with them, or just doesn't find the need to hang out. Like sometimes there's just girls that I've talked to where they're like, oh, like your friend's like, I don't really like, we don't really vibe and shit. And I'm like, well, if you don't vibe now, or if you don't find the effort to vibe with them, you're never gonna know.
You said it, bro. Like it just takes effort, and I come from the mindset of like I've known them for a long time, but bro, if you can't talk to Tudy, if you can't talk to you, like that's a you thing, bro. Because like everybody else can talk to them, so you're obviously not putting in an effort.
Yeah,
I've dated people in the past that couldn't get along with my friends, and like it is a deal breaker. We're not gonna go farther than this because what am I gonna do like when we have kids, and what are you just gonna be on the side over here when we're all hanging out? Like that's just not gonna happen. So but for you, bro, when I was your age, I make it act like I'm way older, but you're about 5 years younger than me. I didn't have that person either. I'm pretty sure Tudy didn't either. Like it's hard to find that. Like finding a friend first is like what I recommend, because before I used to date for like attractiveness. I'm like, that's great. But you can't marry somebody just because they're hot. You got to marry somebody because they're your friend, and you're gonna find that easy. You have a million friends.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, fuck, like I don't really want to, or not even saying date a friend or within the friend group, but sometimes like you got to find somebody else to like, I feel like find the perfect, and kind of incorporate friend groups is cool too. But like, what I like about like Stephanie and Kiara is like that from the get-go, they were like super cool. And it's like, not a lot of my friends' girls are like that. Like there's just some girls that are still like weird to talk to. I'm like, bro, I've known you for like a couple years. Like, why are you so fucking weird?
Yeah.
Like, why are you so weird? So I really salute you guys for that. And now the family aspect, like how I know it's very important, when they get along with your family, but how is it like, have they exceeded your expectations when it comes to your family?
You go.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, well, with Kiara, like, I mean, she's amazing. Like, like she was super quick with my family. I mean, it kind of helped that she did work with my brothers and everything, so she was familiar with my brothers and everything like that. But another thing that I love about her, and she's even said it about me too, is that we're big family oriented people, and family is like one of the biggest things, So it's like she's mentioned it before, where it's like she wouldn't want to be in a relationship where she's talking to her family and everything, and then her man's like, well, why the heck do you talk to your family all the way, like all the time like that? And I'm the same way. I'm like, for me to not have a significant other that doesn't really communicate with their family or can't communicate with my family, it's just kind of it's a major turnoff, And it's weird because there are some people that are like, nah, I don't talk to my family, or and to each his own, like everyone has their own family dynamic and everything like that. But to me, like family is major important, and to have someone that's just so family oriented, definitely huge. For sure.
Yeah. So my dad is my best friend, like I guess I have a lot of best friends. Stephanie, Tudy, my dad. But my dad is definitely the guy that gives me like advice. Like if I need anything, I go to Dave. Like you guys know Dave's like the homie. So I go to Dave for anything I need. And my dad gave me great advice when I was dating. He says, make a list of 5 things that you want from somebody, from a girl, and don't go off that list. If there's one thing they don't have, then you can't date them. Family is obviously right there with getting along with other people and being confident and wanting more of yourself, being ambitious. Bro, like if she can't get along with her family, how's she going to get along with my family? Like,
Right.
you know, and I got lucky because my mom is great too. And my dad's obviously great. So she gets along with them because she's great. It's like a great little thing going on here. But like today, I went to the gym with my mom and my girlfriend. It was like no big deal. So I'm lucky that I have a girl that came from a great family. I think you definitely need to look at that when you date somebody. Can they get along with their family? Do they have a good family? Because if you come from this happens, but if you can date a girl from a broken home, it's probably gonna be harder. They didn't grow up.
1000%.
They didn't grow up in a situation that was like, you know, like we're lucky. We have all of our parents are together, you know?
Yeah.
And like my girlfriend, her parents are together. So I think that's a big deal too.
Yeah, like from experience, you know, a girl from a broken home or doesn't have like a closer relationship with like their parents and stuff, it's a little bit different. I feel like they just have trust issues.
For sure.
Which is fine because, you know, it's not their fault, but it's just like that's how they're gonna think. So it is very different to date a girl that comes from like a you know, a whole family that's like, you know, because, you know, being Hispanic and being Italian, like they think alike, like family's everything. So like if your girl doesn't get along with your family, whether it's your parents or your fucking sister, it's just not gonna work.
Not gonna work. You can't fix that.
No,
like if they're not gonna make an effort to get along with your sister or your mom or whatever, move on.
Well, and the crazy thing to me is just how like, us being all family oriented, you know, it's like I already know, like if my brothers didn't get along, you know, even my dad, well, I know wouldn't blast him in front of him, but it'd be kind of like, I think you might have said it earlier too, but like you walk in solo, you know, and they'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know, what's up with them? Like, you know, like, why are you dating them, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, like, I mean, they're always going to let you know and everything like that. So to me, I'm just like, they gotta get it.
Now, to end the show on a funny note, like when it comes to relationships, is there like a funny story that, you know, that makes you laugh every time you think when it comes to your girl? I think one of the favorite ones is when you asked Steph out.
Oh, dude, I got fucked. You want me to tell that story?
Tell that story.
All right. So this was 2021 Valentine's Day, right? So we were talking for a little bit, and she came out to Nashville. This is when she lived in San Diego. Do you know the story?
Is it 21 or 22?
Huh?
It was last year, no?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're
yeah.
right, bro. You're right. It was Valentine's 2022. Anyways, I had this whole plan that I was going to take her out to dinner on Valentine's Day, and then I was going to get we're going to go to Franklin, which is another neighborhood in Nashville, and I was just going to take her out to like go drink or whatever. Some fucking mosquitoes. So, but the real plan was that I got Dua Lipa tickets like down the street. I was going to get the Uber driver to take us to the Dua Lipa concert. So it was going to be sick. So we go to dinner, everything's great. I'm like kind of nervous because I'm like about to ask her to be my girlfriend, about to like surprise her. So then I get this Uber and I'm like, all right, we're going to go down to Franklin. And then the lady's like, you going to Dua Lipa tonight? I'm like, no, we're going to Franklin. She's like, no, you're going to Bridgestone Arena. That's where Dua Lipa's at tonight. I'm like, God damn. And then Stephanie, she's like, we're going to Dua Lipa, huh? I'm like, yeah, we're going to Dua Lipa. So that's like the way we ended up dating, which is kind of funny, but it worked out. So.
What about you? You have like a funny story like that or any funny story?
The funny thing is it's actually not similar to that, but it is funny because so me, like, you know, I just had gone out of a previous relationship. It had been a little while and everything like that. And then I have tickets to go to a Padre game. And, you know, just probably like how a lot of stuff works now. I see Kiara on Instagram, or like, you know, we went to high school with Kiara and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I see her and I'm like, I'm gonna chop her up, you know, and everything like that.
And Dodger fan too, bruh.
I know. We don't talk about that. That's a little side note. I was like, no, shit. But like in all seriousness, like, so I hit her up because she's going to a Padre game, and it actually did happen to be a Padre Dodger game. So I see her and I'm like, you know, we're chatting. I'm like, oh, you're going to the game and everything like that. And then I tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm going, obviously. I'm like, can I buy you a drink? She completely modes me. I was like, all right, like, that's like, all right. You know, I'm sure, man. I'm like, I didn't even think I was going to meet her at the game. And we were at that game all together with like friends and everything like that. And then I had one of my homies, which I'll leave nameless, go, and he's like, bro, like, I'm going to go chop her up. I'm going to do all this, all that. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, you know, do your thing. So he goes, chops her up, whatever. I'm like, nothing didn't happen or anything out of it. So I was like, all right, you know, like my man had his chance. I'm like, I'm about to go, you know, do my thing and stuff. So we start chopping it up, and like, you know, and we finally started dating and shit. But every time we get into it and stuff, I was like, damn, so what's up? Like, why'd you mode me? Why'd you all this? You know? And she's like, well, you know, I didn't know, like, you know, at first, like, I knew you were in a previous relationship. And then I was just like, nah, it's good. I'm like, you know, you were trying to play hard to get, huh? But I had to crack the code, you know? I was like, But nah, that was basically the funniest thing though was just that she moted me and shit and everything like that. I was like hurt a little bit, but everything works out for a reason.
And I think it worked out well. So
no, 100%.
But all right, well, we'll end it at that. Appreciate you guys coming on the show today, and appreciate you guys for tuning in to Next Question. This is the 4th episode. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent, but your boy's busy. So everyone's busy. Everyone's got shit to do. So yeah, but we'll leave it at that. I appreciate you guys for watching. Follow the podcast on Instagram at Next Question Podcast. Follow me at Andre Beltran, and I will drop their Instagrams in the bio because I don't want to say them because they're too long. So catch you guys next time.